Hey, everybody. I really, really hope that we get good reception because I'm still not at 1,000 subscribers, so I still can't stream with my phone. So let's hope everything's coming up roses here. Am I okay? How is the picture? Yeah, my office is a mess, but it's going to be going through some changes soon. Excuse me. Hey, there's everybody. How's it going? Everybody who's in, come in and say hello so that I can greet you. Oh, well, I'm a little early. I'm a little early. All right, let me just pop out the participants and say hi, Autumn Gypsy, Seashell, Kel Storm. C'est moi, Lynn Marie, Marie Dunn, Michelle Burke, Mr. Buckier, Navy Mom, Barbara, Paula in Canada, Leanne Bishop, Kel Storm, Karen Parsons, Joe Mama, Catherine Morrissey. All right, I don't know if I said that correctly. I apologize if I did not. And now I'm going to pop my chat out and bring it on over here and put it on live chat. And that curtain's going to drive me nuts. Ooh! My new chair has not arrived yet. Oh. Now, apparently, you can buy the gas shock. Oh, here I'm gonna go down and down and down and down. Hi. Kimberly Kincannon. That's a very Irish name, isn't it? Hi, Michelle. So, I'm sorry you haven't had any videos. I was just explaining on my tea break for tomorrow's video that I have been pulling back from YouTube for a bit. I realized that so much of my stress and my angst came from spending way too much time working on the internet. You think about it, there was a point there where I have 3 channels again, right? But there was a point there where I was doing 10 videos across 3 channels every week. And I don't have a cameraman. I don't have an editor. I have physical limitations, which means setting up and then doing the video and then cleaning up afterwards and then sitting down to edit it is a lot of work. Oh, well, thank you. I'm into summer colors today. So we got rain this weekend too, Mr. Bucky. I don't know how much, but it was enough to water the garden. So, hi, Hope. How are you? I forgot that I have to. Oh, how do I do this? I've got to share this again. I'm sorry, I forgot to share this. No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to go over to Facebook. There's still some things I'm just going to need to know how to learn, you guys. Wait a minute. I want my channel. There we go. Sorry, guys. I just want to share this in private messenger to a few people because not all of them know or how to get to the new channel just yet. There's Jane and Wendy and Mary Jane and Michelle. Now, I talked to Candace, Dallas Red. I talked to Dallas this weekend, and she's been having a rough time. So there's a lot of things going on in her life right now that she has no control over, and she's just dealing with it. So, guys, let's keep her in our prayers. Let's shore her up. she's going through a lot right now, right? Hang on a second. What did I do there? Now, where's my chat? And then I got to pop it back out again. Jumping Jehoshaphat. You'd think I'd learn by now, right? Lightning thunderstorm last night. Lightning strikes burned a home down, started 3 others on fire. Where is this, Sherry? Hi, Donna. How are you, darling? So I'm having fun. So anyway, I had a really long talk with Howie. He's at the races still. But I had a really long talk with Howie. And when I say a really long talk, I mean where Howie and I talked about important things and actually listened to each other. And we do that sometimes best on the phone. Why? Because you have to pay attention to what the person is saying, but you don't have to interpret their body language or their facial expressions. So you actually hear the message clearer. Does that make sense? Hey, Chaos! How's it going? Thank you, Kelstorm. So when I went to pick up Briar yesterday, I left early. And let me see what's going on here with this. Is that a better picture? Anyway, I went early so that I could take the back road, and then I sat outside and I called Howard. And, you know, basically to say goodnight, right? And I asked him how his races went and stuff. And this is a lesson I have learned from my husband in the last couple of years. We need to have some fun. We have been spent so much of our marriage learning each other, raising children, going through bankruptcies, getting sober, you know, buying homes, losing homes, and all, you know, all these things that we have been doing as a couple. And it's time to have some fun. Hey, Gene. So I was called him last night on the phone, and he knows that I have been spending my Patreon money, putting it back into what's coming next on this channel, right? Because let's face it, my patrons get it all. They see every channel, right? Anything I do, they see. Whether it's publicly or privately, they get, you know, a lot extra. But I have been putting the money into what's going to be coming next. Hey, Kimberly. Mama, how's it going? So I was talking to him on the phone last night, and I said, I've ordered some stuff from Amazon. And he said, okay. And I said, well, it's not necessary. It's not really necessary stuff. And he goes, what's it for? And I told him. Now, I'm not going to give you tell you all the stuff that I ordered, right? But I've been doing it for a while, a couple of months. And there's going to be some wild stuff coming to this channel. This channel here, Life with the Wolfies. Now, I can't do any racing with Howie until the end of July, when the Bracket Bonanza is. And even then, it'll probably be too hot for me. But I explained to him, I said, you taught me something recently. And he said, what? I said that it's important to have some fun, right? It's important. And how he's racing is his fun. This is what he has worked so hard all his life. No, he's not retired. But guess what? He may be too old to do this when he's retired, right? So this is, you know, this is his bliss, his joy, his childhood love, right? And so he said, okay. And I said, well, I need to do that too. And he said, well, honey, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to play dress up. And you could hear him blink. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, when was the last time you saw me in makeup or colored hair? Right? And he goes, you, and I said, look, I misinterpreted it as me wanting to be a drag queen, but I'm a woman. So I can't be actually a drag queen. But it wasn't that. It was, I want to play dress up. So part of this channel is going to be, I've been getting to know my oracle cards and see, you're going to meet different faces of Bev. That's all I'm telling you. Different faces of Bev, different characters who live in my soul and need to be released. No, I don't have multiple personalities. Well, maybe, right? But I'm going to have some fun. So the person who comes to this channel to read cards or do a crystal ball or talk about, the realms may not look like this. Well, this isn't really just tarot cards, because they're not. They're just, I look at them as being prompters of things I will already know. Not already know, but they prompt me into saying, okay, here's the clue. Does this sound right to you? And explain it how I see it. That's me, right? There are going to be different ways, but you're going to see them in different characters. Do you understand that? And not characters like Hollywood characters, just the different faces of me. What? Who's the little devil? Not me. So this channel, this is why I've started a whole new channel. So this channel is going to be Life with the Wolfies. Whether it is repairing a pool or painting a car or racing or makeup or reading cards or dancing or whatever the case may be, this is where it's all going to happen. This is where you're going to see it. Too many times I have been told our half-acre homestead is no longer our half-acre homestead. Well, it sure is, right? I mean, you're getting a quilting tea break tomorrow. And I show some, I did a lot of quilting. I'm on my last row. Where's Granny? Hey, Rennie, how's it going? Beth Miller. Deborah Nightingale. So that's what's coming. But I don't know when it's going to happen. I'm waiting for things to come in the mail. And we'll see. We'll see how much fun we can have. So what's new? My garden's coming up. It's beautiful. I'm so excited. I have one parsnip. I'm going to plant more. I'm going to plant more because I figured they won't get harvested till December anyway, right? Exactly, Jean. And you know what started the inner child journey? These braids. I haven't worn braids since I was 15. And I only wore them because I was growing my hair out, and I worked in a restaurant doing dishes, and I had to wear my hair, right? So I put them in braids, but all of a sudden they're comfortable. They're better to sleep in because the back of my head is more exposed. They're cooler than a ponytail, and they're easier on my hair to sleep in. Hey, Paula, how's it going? So, yeah, our half acre homestead's still going to get stuff. Um, the reading channel is absolutely going to be taking off in leaps and bounds because I'm only going to do this is where the change is coming. I'm giving myself some time to rest and recoup and heal because I've been putting myself through a grinder for years for YouTube. And now um I need to rest some. But I'm still going to put out videos, but only on our half acre homestead, only when I have one that's valid. Hence quilting or canning or sewing or cooking, anything like that, or gardening, anything like that's still going to be on our half acre homestead, just not as often because why? I've done them all, so to speak. Jane! Jane! I can't wait to see you on the 19th. I'm so looking forward to seeing you, honey. What's going on, Michelle? I'm facing a full knee replacement immediately while dealing with severe DDD and fiber. What's DDD? Fibromyalgia. Fun times ahead. Well, you know what? Don't look that far ahead. Just keep it in today, right? You can manage every day if you just don't look at what you got to deal with tomorrow or worry about something you did yesterday. Just keep everything in today, right? Any man or woman can fight the battles of just one day. It's when we add those two awful, unpredictable eternities, tomorrow with its anxiousness and its concern and its unknowing, and yesterday with its faults and blunders and mistakes. Let those 2 days go, stick in today, and you'll be fine. Me and the cat's out on. Hey, Mary Jane Leeds, how's it going? Hell House Paranormal. Hi. Degenerative disc disease. Okay. Wow. How you doing, Joe Mama? I know you're going through some crap right now, and everybody needs to know that you got a lot on your plate right now, and we hold you up. We lift you up every day, sweetheart. My stepdad was from Massachusetts. We lived there for a while in Boston and something Revere and beautiful. One day at a time. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and we're still going to do our live streams here, but they're going to be new live streams. But I have to get my office in order. I am actually revamping this room. The only thing that's going to stay is these dressers and stuff because that holds all my fabric. But my sewing machine is out of here. That sewing table, I don't know about the table, but I mean, a lot of this stuff's going to be changed around so that I have more space. And I have some ideas for decorating too, to make our fun nights more fun. Nerves getting the best of me sometimes. Well, when that happens, even if you have to go into the bathroom and clench a towel in your teeth and scream, do it and then let yourself breathe. You are just one person carrying a lot of loads, all right? Sometimes one day at a time means 1 hour at a time or 1 minute at a time or one breath at a time, right? Hi, Andrew. We have the same exact dressers in the family that are older than me, 53 years. These were my mother-in-law's, and she bought them secondhand, or her husband did. Her last husband did. And when she left, she didn't want them, so I pushed them into matching dressers, almost matching for my fabric. And hi, blessings from Yorkshire. I have DDD. Sympathies to everyone who suffers the same. Yeah, absolutely. Back problem is, or back pain and any kind of degenerative disease of the body is hell. It's just hell. So Bev, where are you going to see? You mean where am I going to sew? Right now, my sewing machine table that opens up is sitting in front of my bay window where my Christmas tree goes. And when the quilt frame gets taken down, if it ever gets taken down, my sewing machine's going to go under that window because that corner cabinet's going to Arthur and Mel. So I'm moving stuff around too. Well, my crystals and my cards are all on my sewing table with one of my pink Himalayan salt lamps, so that it gets any moonshine and sunshine in the mornings and early evenings. My Scott's surgery is on the 21st. They have to take his voice box and part of his throat and rebuild part of it from his leg. He will have a permanent trach tube. Oh, fuck. Pardon my language. That's rough, baby. Well, I actually already knew that, but yeah. I'm really grateful, actually, that you can talk about it, feel comfortable talking about it here, Joe Mama. Right? Because, we love and support you. We may not be able to be there for you physically, but we can at least tell you when to sit down and tell you that you're loved and that you're doing a great job. But make sure you remember not to lose yourself in the process, right? Revolution. Hope everybody is well. One thing I learned this year is being not okay is okay, and allowing myself to take more time to tackle the things at my own pace. Exactly. Exactly. I know I'm going to lose a lot of subscribers from our Half Acre Homestead. I know I already have. But mind you, I think I just hit 97,000 or 98,000 today, somewhere around there. So, I mean, it's still rising. I don't know how, right? But it's still there. It's just that I'm not adding to it as much, right? I know, and I depend on everyone here to lift me up. You got it, baby. Yeah, caring for ourselves is really, really important. Excuse me. Speaking of which, I did a lot of quilting this weekend. My right hand's really sore. Sorting the wheat from the chaff, honey, saved you a job. Oi, oi, oi. What was with the message, Jane? So, I mean, I'm going through changes. And we all are, right? I can no sooner stay the same person I was a year ago. If I tried, that was part of this was part of what was dragging me down, is that I was still trying to fulfill the expectations of a homestead channel when I'm not really there anymore. Yeah, I can, and I cook, and I quilt, and I garden, but I do more than that now. I'm moving into a direction that's going to make me smile again. Make me feel like I don't have a job, I have a joy, right? Well, I know, Sherry, I know. Oh, okay. Uh, I thought you missed your cue to light up. No, 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 no. Um, the ones that have left Half Acre Homestead, you got to do what's right for you. Well, yeah. And even though some of my older videos are really crap, because I was using a little, pink digital camera and stuff. But it doesn't make the content any less valid. It's just people want newer, showier stuff. We don't do that stuff anymore. But you know what? My whole point is that I was resisting the change. I was trying to shore up a channel that was only partially a part of my life again now, because I had moved forward. And instead, I should have been concentrating on what I'm doing right now. And that's still looking after those channels, which people, still value content, because there's new people all the time. But I want to remove what's going on with me from our half-acre homestead and put it in the category it belongs. And that's Life with the Wolfies in all its racing and you know, Howie working in, working on vehicles and me doing cards and crystals and decorating and all these things that I want to have fun with. I said to my sister today, now is now. Exactly. Your original homesteader videos is what got my attention, but it's you that keeps me here. Well, God bless you, Michelle. Thank you. Hey, Kathy Fernese, how's it going? Well, change as an alcoholic, 24 years sober, I still don't like change. Change means I have to step into the unknown. This whole process of starting what I'm starting on the new on this channel is terrifying, but it's terrifyingly exciting too, because you're going to get to see another layer of who I really am. I mean, and if you've come this far with me, or you're new to this, you're going to be, I don't know if the rewarded is the right word, but you're going to remember me in the beginning, and you're going to see how far I've come. And 90% of that is the growth I got by being with you all on the internet, right? I've looked at myself really hard. And there, all my old rant videos are gone, all that stuff, because I keep them, but it's because I know who I. Okay, I had to stop because I was just told no. Shh, right? I'm listening to spirit here, and I don't mean spirit ghosts. I mean the great spirit, original spirit from which all comes, all has come, and is still coming, right? I forgot what I was saying, but it's not, you're going to go with me on the journey, and I am not going to go quietly into the night as an older person. I am 57 years old. I refuse to go quietly into the night. I will rage at the dying of the light, and I'm going to go with it and have fun with it. This granny ain't going to be like anything you've ever seen before. Well, maybe you have, but maybe not. I don't know. Hey, Tony G. I'm sorry to tell you, but you should really get some professional mental help. Sometimes too much pot can make you delusional. Seriously, Tony G? Oh, honey, aren't you cute, thinking you know all about marijuana? You know what? It's okay, Tony. You can leave. You can leave. And you don't have to tell me anything, sweetheart, because I've got the professional help. And this is what it looks like. So bye-bye now. If you you don't want to be here, if this isn't a part of your journey, it's okay to walk away. Because guess what? Some people, not everybody comes into our life. Who comes into our life stays there. Some people do, some people don't. But the truth is, most people's faces like Tony G, I've never seen, right? Some people come to teach us a lesson, and some people come just as a blessing. So thank you for the lesson, Tony G. Do you know what you taught me today? That I'm okay with who I am, even if you aren't. And I don't understand why you feel the need to tell me your opinion about my mental health. Your opinion of my mental health is none of my business. So I don't need to hear it, right? Please don't attack Tony. Tony's just speaking their truth, right? Tony's just speaking Their truth. I don't know if Tony's a girl or a guy, so that's why I'm saying there. But don't attack somebody for their feelings. Okay? Tony might be just a little bit scared that I'm changing before his eyes, her eyes, their eyes. And this is the point where they get to walk away. We don't have to push anybody away. They'll leave on their own, either because they don't understand, or they feel I'm a threat, or they just don't get it and they don't want to be a part of this part of the journey, and that's okay. I'm a 71-year-old woman. Oh, well, congratulations on reaching 71 with such a decided opinion on mental health. And even if you are a mental health professional, which I clearly doubt, like, let's face it, everybody with Google today can have an internet PhD, right? Her truth, yes, Jane, her truth. No, her truth is real, okay? It's her truth, but not mine. And I no longer have to feel that other people's opinions and truths are meant for me. They're not. Mocha! Hey, darling, how are you? Well, honey, you say you're not attacking me, that you're trying to point out what's wrong. What's wrong according to who? Honestly, what's wrong according to you? That's your truth. It's maybe wrong for you, but not necessarily for me. And if you think I smoke a lot of pot, you would be madly mistaken. I smoke one of these a day, 2 on Fridays, but most days, one of these does me 2 days. This is my first toke since 8:30 last night. And if you notice, I'm not sitting here puffing like you see cigarette. I'm not, no offense to the cigarettes, but you should see my sister-in-law, Karen. She'll sit there and go, because she's not allowed to smoke in her apartment. So every time she steps outside, and she hauls on them things. But does she get attacked? Does someone tell her she's delusional from cigarettes? Because I guarantee you, there's at least 500 more toxic chemicals in cigarettes than there is in one marijuana joint. Okay? 500 times. Because guess what? This marijuana is organically grown by my husband for me. No pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides, organic fertilizer. Now, at 71 years old, you probably do have some knowledge, good knowledge of marijuana. Have you ever used marijuana, Tony? Honey, I don't ban anybody. I only ban people that are just deliberately abusive. You're not being abusive. You're just saying your truth, right? I'm not explaining myself. I'm explaining why Tony G's opinion that I need to seek professional mental help is just her opinion, and her opinion is none of my business. Therefore, it can't affect me. I'm learning this stuff. And that's what's frightening a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there who think that because they matter to me, and you do, but because they matter to me, makes them feel they have a say in how I live my life, or how I should dress, or how I should feel, or producing feelings of shame in me. And that's not loving. And so I don't have to accept that anymore. You know what that's called? Personal fucking freedom. Sorry for the F-bombs. I know, Malka. I mean, shit, Malka, you've dressed me down a couple of times when you couldn't figure out what I was when you thought I was going off track, and I explained myself. Just because we have we have different views on some things, it doesn't mean we can't be friends or care or love each other, even if we've never seen each other's face, right? Why? Because we're human beings, not humans' doings. And we are all individuals, and we all have the right not to say, look at me, label me LBGDQ, look at me, I'm this, look at me, I'm Catholic, look at me, I'm a Satanist, look at me, I'm a Wiccan, look at me. No, because every time you label yourself or someone else, you put a wall between you. And it separates you. And then the more labels you put, the more you cut yourself off from the true part of humanity, which is the base of all of us, that we are all human beings. And that instead of putting walls between each other, which we've been taught through society over the last 100 and some years, but people are now thinking that labels make them stand out, when all we are now looking at is a sea of labels instead of people. Exactly, Sherry Leach. No one is born with a sticker or label. To label is to limit. Honey, I don't need pot to smile either, Tony G. All I got to do is look at my kids. All I got to do is look at my dog. All I got to do is wake up and look at my husband. I don't need pot to smile. I need pot for pain. There's a big difference, dear. That's the whole point, chaos. Diversity. But not by saying, who the fuck are we? We the fuck are we, right? The Fakawi tribe, right? Instead of being all these different things, because we are inherently as much different from each other as we are the same as each other, right? So what we've been taught to do is separate and celebrate the separateness of each other, when we should be tearing down walls and just accepting everybody for who they are, right? Even if they're a psychopath killer. Oh, well, you're a psychopath killer. Are you a psycho? Yes, I'm a psychopath killer, and I'm in jail for it. Okay. Well, apparently that was your path. We don't know. Everything, all I have learned is that absolutely everything in life happens when we make a choice and we just go forward. Everything happens for a reason due to our choices. So people can blame God all they want for all the horrible things that happen in the world. But the truth is, horrible things happen because lots of people make choices they shouldn't have that day. You know what I mean? Tony, you can disagree all you want. Pot is legal here in Canada. And not per, actually it's per person, Paula. Bev uses pot for her pain, and I use pills for my pain. We're all different. And that's okay. This is what I'm trying to point out. Being different is it's not all it's cracked up to be. At the point everybody's trying to be so different that they're all starting to look the same. That's his life. So, if somebody says something truly horrific, point it out. And if it's really as bad as I thought or we think, I will boot them. But if people are allowed to express their opinions here, doesn't mean we have to listen, doesn't mean we have to comment on them. And it certainly doesn't mean that we have to jump on them for expressing their opinions. That's a part of the problem. That's a part of the problem. And guess what? I'm a bad offender of that. But I'm learning. And it's a beautiful learning curve. I'm taking back my color. I've been dressing in black for so long that I forgot how much I love color. She's a rainbow, right? I used to get angry that gay people claim the rainbow. And now I get it. It's diversity. We all claim the rainbow, right? Well, Howie and I are both recovering alcoholics, right? 24 years sober, both of us. All you need is love. All you need is love. Everybody, all you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Listen, I have to go get a drink of water and have a piddle. Is that okay? Vincent Pellegrino! The blue hair again, like in your older videos. I've never had blue hair. Oh, yeah, I did. I had aqua. Oh, honey. How do you know? I'll be right back. I have to go get another drink. Oh, I can't wait for my new chair to come. And it's blue, so I'll be right back, folks. Sorry, folks. I'll be right with you. I just want to get some ice. Oh, yeah, I got a couple of new skirts. Hot. Uh-oh, here I go. 90 in Florida. My chair's going to go down more now. Here it goes. But I sure wish the medical marijuana worked for me. It would be a lot easier on my body than opioids. Oh, yeah. Right? And people can say, yes, you have receptors in your brain for opiates. But the opiates that are used today are not what your brain, your opioid receptors. They've been, it's been hacked up, and you've got a chemical derivative. Here I go. I think I'm all the way to the bottom now. Hey, Bev, I've been around since the videos was new. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Bucky. I did not know that. How did you know what? He hasn't patched the pool yet, but where it is ripped above the liner, the water is holding the liner against the wall with pressure. So it's really not an issue at the moment, but he is going to fix it. Um, So yeah, it's been really, really hot today. I think we're going to probably get a storm. I kind of hope so. After this, I'm going to go out and plant some more parsnips. Just don't use too many words or the boys stop you. Hard for a nut like me. I'm not sure I understand. If I see palm trees, Vincent, I will send them to you. Okay, I'm missing something. But what was I thinking of when I came in here? Pardon me. For the folks that think I'm losing my mind, that's only because you've only ever seen a little bit of me. This, and what's to come has always been there. It's always been there. I'm just now feeling comfortable peeling back another layer to show you. And it's going to tick a lot of people off. And that's okay. Then it's not for them. That's all. That was supposed to be bots. I've been using opioids since 2008, and it knocks my fibromyalgia shoulder pain right out usually. See, there's only two opioids I can use. One is oxys, and the other is Percocets. And I have to take them with Benadryl and sometimes Gravol, an anti-nauseant. Right? And I can't take them too often because I used to be able to take codeine that way. And then one day it just stopped working. I started breaking out in rashes. So it's one of those things that is saved for really important times, like traveling out of the country, or when I'm on every other month, I do a 1 week tolerance break from my marijuana, which, sets my receptors in my brain back to a more manageable. Not manageable. It just means I'll feel it more, right? I'm laying in front of the fan. Well, I'm going to turn mine on me in a second here, but I just purchased new tubes a few weeks ago. Ooh. I wanted to go. It's just a mile down the road. It's a 3-mile float. You know what they do here is somewhere up around here, or Farleton, wherever you can get to the river, the Gatineau River, is they'll come up here and then they'll float on the river all the way down to Wakefield. And you'll see these big swans and dolphins and big, huge inner tubes, and they're all tied together like a floating island going down the river. It's awesome. The only problem is getting in and out of the bloody things. I wouldn't be able to do it. So it's fun and free. Before my grandbaby is born, we'll all be doing that river float. Oh, that sounds awesome. I can only do AC short term. Like when when we're using the coach on the weekends. That's another reason I can't go to the races in the summertime, because I overheat really easy, and air conditioning, I have to stay cool before I overheat. If I start to overheat, just taking a shower isn't going to cool me down. And the water in the coach ain't that cool because there's no hookup. Or when we go to, Peterborough and we hook up to the city water and stuff, but those are the only times I can use air conditioning. If I had to use it longer than a week, my legs would start to swell and my feet would start to swell. It's just horrible. I just swell up all over and I don't know why. Oh, that sounds like fun. Your lungs can't handle it, really. Hey, Shalimar Perfume, float your fanny down the Ganny. How's it going? What you means by that is the Ganaraska River in Port Hope. usually in the spring, has a float your fanny down the Ganny kind of contest, and people make all these homemade boats and stuff, and it's called Float Your Fanny Down the Ganny. So there's a blast from the past. If you put a bowl of ice cubes in front of the fan, it will circulate colder air. Well, maybe I'll just put my drink in front of it, but I want to take a puff first. So I keep going to do it, and I keep forgetting because I've turned my little fan up so it doesn't stop me. When the water gets low, we always yell, "Butts up the shallow parts." Oh my goodness. I don't know of any doctor that prescribes oxys for a marijuana break. Can't even get them for my cancer pain. Well, Tony G, my doctor, okay, my doctor knows that sometimes marijuana isn't enough. And anybody with arthritis, rheumatoid, as well as osteo, and fibromyalgia will tell you sometimes marijuana isn't enough and I have to take something stronger. That's why my doctor prescribes me 10 pills a month. A month. And I don't always get them filled because I don't always need them. Hey, Teflon One! So my doctor also knows that I travel out of the country occasionally. So whatever you say, Tony, my doctor trumps you, okay? Salute. I'm moving to Canada. I have all those conditions too. Yeah, well, can you take strong pain meds on a regular basis? I can't. I have burned through so many pain meds since in the last 25 years for them to, it took them 20 years to figure out what was wrong with me. And in those times, they put me on pain meds, and then the pain meds would fail, and I would have a surgery. They would put me on another pain med, and the pain meds would fail, or I would react and blow up like a balloon and start choking. Am I getting upset? You're right. Oh, I forgot. Your opinion of me doesn't matter. Isn't that? Whew, it's just such a relief. Hey, Wanda, how's it going? Plus, your doctor went to medical school. Nah, see, I wouldn't even try fentanyl. You're very sensitive to drugs. Yeah, but will they kill you? Because when they found out I was allergic to Demerol, right? Then they switched me to morphine. And then I had a baby, C-section, and the morphine worked. And then I had another baby, C-section, and the morphine worked. And then I had a hernia surgery, and the morphine they put in the intravenous made my arm swell up like a balloon and make me start projectile vomiting. Whoop! Oh, you can't have morphine anymore. And that's what happens. So I'm really careful with the 2 opioids that I can have left, even though I have to take them with Benadryl and or Gravol, right? I have to be very careful not to use them too often, or I run the risk of them not being useful to me at all anymore, and then I'm stuck with pain I can't handle. So you do you, right? My doctor took me off my gabapentin, and I'm in a lot more pain now. He's making me wait to go back on. Well, there you go. If you think about it. Hey, Nana, how's it going? Jackie! I actually got a letter from Heather. And yeah, she's doing great. I mean, it's hard. And she's got another few years of hard work ahead of her. But by God, you can't keep that woman down, eh? God. So yeah, thank you for reminding me because I have to write back to her. Jackie, freeze a 2-liter bottle of water, stand it in front of the fan. It will help keep you cool. I'm actually right hot right now. I'm just really excited. I'm waiting for Papa to come home. because I think we're going to, I haven't seen him since Friday. So I know what you mean, Bev. Nowadays, I take a couple of Celebrex. See, I can't take Celebrex. Celebrex just about killed me. It almost killed my brother Bob. Once a week when I go to bed because I did too much. The next day I feel fine. Well, I can't take Celebrex. I can't take any anti-inflammatories. No, not even ibuprofen. So it's 32. Well, yeah, you're in like Windsor, right? Yeah. There's nothing like, I can tell you, if we're in Ottawa for the day and it's a really hot day, when you get to Hull Gatineau, the temperature starts to go down like in like every, 20 kilometers, and might drop a half a degree, right? In Celsius. But when you get to Wakefield, just between Wakefield and where I live in Low, the temperature drops drastically. Why? Because there's rocks, and we're between the rocks and the river, and everything's shaded and cool. But when you're in the city, you're surrounded by concrete, which holds its heat. So when you have a heat wave, it could take days. Like if you have a week-long heat wave, it could take 2-3 days for that concrete to cool down afterwards. You know what I mean? Bev, you've been through hell from the sounds of it. P.S. When I received my second vaccine and they didn't think fibromyalgia is an autoimmune neurologic. Yeah, of course it is. Sorry. Okay, Jackie. Okay, Joe. So you're right. I don't have to explain myself, right? But there are people who don't understand. So my life today, you're seeing the skin of the onion come back, and the onion makes you cry. But right now, it's not. I'm coming out of a cocoon that I've intentionally put myself in most of my life. You're probably going to see stuff come out from the 3 years after my mother died, where I have very limited memories, because so many things happened to me then. I've been so out of touch with so much that's going on. Thank you. Hey, Ann, how's it going? So anyway, don't fear for my mental health. This is me becoming who I always was. You just never saw it. And I also pushed myself down inside a lot because of society, people's opinions. Now, guess what? People's opinions don't matter. So I'm moving forward with my bliss and my joy. And my joy doesn't come from marijuana. It comes from being me. Honestly, me. Aldo, hey, baby. I had to spray down my livestock on horseback with a hose. I finally lost enough weight since last year. Wow. If those that don't understand, let them live 1 hour in your body, then it's a different story. Oh, yeah, but every hour is different from the next, right? So that's, Bev, you and I have very many of the same issues, but our bodies react differently. I would not presume to tell you how to treat your symptoms. Well, thank you, Hannah. My internet is slow right now. See you all next Sunday. Okay, Kimberly, take care. Mwah. I'll leave now because I think I'm pissing off the masses. Blessings to all. You know what? You're not pissing anybody off. Well, you're not pissing me off, right? Maybe I got a little heated, but really, you're not pissing me off. Don't ever be afraid to express yourself. Just don't be an asshole, right? And saying that, who's ready for a spiritual hug? Yeah, the only power to piss us off is when we give it to you, sweetheart. And I'm pretty sure I took that back today. I feel sad that we feel like we have to dim ourselves to fit in at one point or another. Oh, honey. Turn the lights on, baby. Turn the lights on, baby. Turn the lights on. Yeah, here she comes. I'm not dimming anymore. I sent a picture of me to my sister today, and she was like, she started to cry. And I said, why? And she said, there's the little girl before shit happened. And I went, I'm back. So, all right. I'm letting everybody know we're going to do our spiritual hug. So, for all those who care to, please help me close with a spiritual hug. Now, you all know that you tap into your beliefs and your faith. I will tap into my creator. Okay? It's that simple. Again, let's drop the walls and celebrate the similar. All right? Let's stop dividing ourselves from other human beings. Let's be human beings. All right? So, for all those who care to, please help me close with a spiritual hug as we link hearts and link hands. Before we do that, let's take a deep breath. Ooh. Oh, great spirit, original spirit from which all things come. Thank you. Thank you for the many blessings that I receive every day from my internet friends and family. The blessings and the permissions that I have often denied myself are freely given from my friends. And for that, I thank you most humbly. God, we came here to lift each other up and to love. Let us now lift up those through the darkness, through the clouds, through the oppressive feelings of shame and addiction and pain, all the negative things that oppress us, especially those who don't know how to let it go yet. We lift them up to you, God, so that the sunshine of your love may pour some joy and tenderness and peace on the troubled souls and hearts and muscles and bones of all the people that need your light and love. And may it push back at the darkness and send those scurrying that do not belong in the light. Thank you, God. As we link hearts and link hands, God, please pour into our circle the light of joy and love and peace and acceptance and tolerance and patience and all the wonderful things that echo our love. And then we let it pulse in the circle as we fuel it, as our higher power, our higher God fuels the light, and it rings and it rings and it rings until it becomes a solid ring of glowing light that we can no longer contain. And we go poof, and we push that light of love and joy out to a sad and dark world so that they may take shelter and so that the negative may scurry back or bounce off. Thank you, oh great spirit of all. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet. Miigwech. Shalom. You want up? You're not going to come up and say hello? Well, aren't you rude? Don't be rude. No, you're being rude. You're not coming up to say hello. I shouldn't put those feelings on you. You just don't want to be, right? Anyway, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from Life with the Wolfies saying, You got it in you to shine. Unzip. Let it shine. Take care and God bless.